All right, let's get right into it. For so many aspiring lawyers in India, getting into a top national law university, an NLU, is the absolute dream. But for students from underprivileged backgrounds, that dream can feel, well, almost impossible. So today, we're going to break down those barriers, show you the amazing support systems that are out there, and give you a super clear, practical guide to getting the funding you need. We are cracking the code. This is how people often talk about India's national law universities. I mean, they've totally changed the game for legal education, becoming these real beacons of quality. And that reputation? That's exactly why getting in is so tough, and, as we're about to see, why the students inside haven't always represented the incredible diversity of our country.
Get a load of this number. A massive 87% of students who make it into the top NLUs have paid for really expensive coaching for the entrance exam. We're talking about something that can cost around 1 lakh rupees. So right from the get-go, the system is tilted heavily towards those who can afford this intense and very pricey preparation. It's a huge financial hurdle before you even sit for the exam.
And here's what happens because of that initial barrier. A survey from a few years back showed that over half the students came from families earning more than 1 lakh rupees a month. And look at this, a tiny fraction came from vernacular or non-English medium schools. Now, these aren't just stats, right? They paint a picture of an environment that's been dominated by a pretty specific, privileged group. But things are changing.
So, let's talk about how things are changing. Because when you're faced with a challenge like this, a challenge of access and diversity, a really powerful movement can emerge. And this is where we need to talk about IDIA, an organization that is actively leveling the playing field. IDIA is this fantastic, student-run nonprofit with a mission that's just crystal clear. Its backbone? It's over 600 student volunteers from top law schools. These guys travel all over the country to find and train brilliant students, showing them that a career in law isn't just a fantasy, it's totally within their reach.
And they have this amazing four-step process. First, they identify talent. They go looking in every corner of India. Then, they train them, giving them serious coaching for those tough entrance exams. Once a student gets in, IDIA helps them arrange scholarships. But it doesn't stop there, which is so cool. The final step is called creating champs, and it's all about mentoring these students to become the next generation of community leaders and star advocates.
But it's not just outside groups making a difference. The universities themselves are really stepping up. They're starting to recognize that they have a huge role to play in building a more inclusive world.
Just listen to this. This is the official motto of the National Law School of India University in Bengaluru, one of the absolute best law schools in the country. This isn't just some nice-sounding phrase. It's a rock-solid promise that if you're good enough to get in, money should never, ever be the reason you have to leave.
And here's that promise in action. NLSIU has a direct partnership with IDIA, and they offer a full fee waiver to any IDIA Scholar who gets admitted. See? That's a powerful connection between that grassroots movement and the commitment from the institution itself.
And beyond what individual universities are doing, there are also major government scholarships you can find on the National Scholarship Portal. For example, you've got the top-class scholarship for SC students from families earning under 8 lakhs, and that gives full financial support. Then there's the Central Sector Scheme for other meritorious students from lower-income families, which can offer up to 20,000 rupees a year.
So, okay, we've established the support is there. The universities are on board, the government has scholarships, but this is the most important question. How do you actually get that money into your bank account?
The answer is a government initiative that's designed to be fast, transparent, and accurate. It's called Direct Benefit Transfer, or DBT.
The whole idea behind DBT is to cut out the middleman completely. It uses technology to make sure that scholarship money goes straight from the government into your personal bank account. This means fewer delays, less chance of fraud, and the whole process is just way more transparent for everyone.
Now, to unlock the power of this direct benefit transfer system, there is one single, absolutely non-negotiable step that every student has to take. It's called Aadhaar seeding.
To put it simply, Aadhaar seeding is just the official process of connecting your Aadhaar number to your bank account. As of 2025, you have to do this for pretty much all government scholarships. Without it, the DBT system has no idea where to send your money. It's that simple.
And the difference this one step makes is just huge. Without a seeded account, you're just asking for delays and a bunch of paperwork headaches. But with a seeded account, the transfer is direct, it's secure, and it's totally transparent. It really is the essential link that makes the whole system work for you.
So, how do you do it? The easiest way is the good old offline method.
First, you just go to the bank branch where you have your account. Second, you ask them for the Aadhaar seating consent form and fill it out. And finally, you just submit it and the bank handles all the verification and linking for you.
And here's a quick checklist of what you'll need to bring with you. You'll need a self-attested copy of your Aadhaar card, a copy of your bank passbook, that consent form all filled out, and some valid ID proof, like a PAN card or a voter ID. Trust me, having all this ready will make the whole thing super smooth and quick.
So what happens after you submit everything? Well, the bank checks it all and then updates this central database called the NPCI mapper. That's what the government uses to send out the payments. This part usually only takes about 2 or 3 working days, and then, boom, your account is officially set up to receive your scholarship funds.
So look, we've seen the challenges, but we've also seen these powerful solutions, from dedicated groups like IDEA to the promises from universities and these slick government processes like DBT. The path is clearer now than it's ever been. So really, the question isn't whether the opportunity is there, it's, are you ready to take these steps and walk right through that open door?